is a small, secluded cemetery known as Bachelor's Grove, and it is one of the most haunted places in the United States. Author Brian K. Morris brings you a collection of writings that will help you navigate this ghostly graveyard, if you dare. The Haunting Scripts of Bachelor's Grove is available now on Amazon.com. Get your copy today.
Now comes the part where we throw our heads back and laugh. Ready?
Ready!
Welcome to Nevermind the Furthermore with your host, Brian K. Morris, independent publisher, freelance hybrid author, award-winning playwright, and former mortician's assistant. Beware, beware. That might not be a phone jingling in your pocket. Join the Nevermorians for morning mischief and madness at 10 a.m. Eastern, 9 Central. Your sense of humor is the only thing you need to wear.
Good morning, everyone. How the heck are you? How's your week been going? Anyway, let's forget about all that maybe for a little bit and welcome to Nevermind the Furthermore with me, Brian K. Morris. Just letting you know that we're glad you're here, whether you're watching us live and can interact or you're watching us on the rerun. We appreciate you all. We really do. And if you're watching us on Facebook on the Rising Tide Publications page, please give this video a like because it helps us with the algorithms. My bow tie is crooked. There we go. Anyway, and if you're watching us on YouTube, on either the Geek Insider channel or Brian K. Morris Rising Tide Publications page, please, please, please. Oh, we cannot emphasize it enough. Please like, share, and subscribe. Please subscribe to this channel. We've got new content coming up soon. We're working on it right now, trying to make it as well as we can. And also a huge thank you to Plasma Fire Graphics for sponsoring this episode. When the look of your book matters to you, because it matters to your readers, check out plasmafiregraphics.com. Also check out their page on Facebook because they're awesome. We also want you to check out Patreon. Thank you very much to our Patreon supporters. We appreciate you all. The editorial we does. May the heavens shower blessings upon you all for your blessing us with your support. Please consider becoming a patron at patreon.com/Brian K. Morris. Thank you very much for that. And also, this show is powered by geekinsider.com. Please check out their amazing array of great broadcasts, as well as wildoneforever.com, Meredith Loughran's incredible weekday great start to your day. So check it out, all right? And speaking of checking out, let's check out who was first today. I have not even looked. Oh, I see so many cool people in there. And the first one is, Trevor Hawkins at 8:43. Trevor wins the prize, which is, Anyway, Anyway, Trevor, glad you're here. And Jake Lindsay, glad to see you. Gospel Illusionist Jake, glad to see you, sir. I am well, hoping you are the same. I am so looking forward to the weekend, as I'm sure you all are. And boy, howdy, what a week, huh? Wow. Just when you think 2020 will never end, there it is again. So obviously, this is not the January 8th episode. This is probably the December 40th episode of Nevermind the Furthermore. Anyway, we're glad you're here. And Jake, hope you're looking forward to a great weekend. And Christian Basil has joined us with his 50,000 followers on the Legend of the Traveling TARDIS. Arise, Friday Morris Monster, arise. Move swiftly to bring your subjects and minions to 2022, because 2020 is about to hold 2021's beer. Really, you took out hooks for... Cookie liked that one. Yeah, and really, you took out Hooks from Police Academy. I mean, really, like, what the hell's that about? And Arthur C. Clarke got it wrong. We passed up the years we made contact and how it was supposed to open the bay doors. It seems we cannot pass the sins of 2020. Humanity has shown its true ugly. Yeah, Wednesday sure did that. I mean, it's the elephant in the room. Let's admit it. We're still coping with Wednesday's stuff. And yeah, it's a lot to process. It is tough to see your nation being torn apart by a group of rebellious yahoos, who believe the democratic process only belongs to them. And that's not democracy. That's a dictatorship. And I'll be glad to see it end. Anyway, Christian continues, but I have friends like the rising tide that proves to me that there's hope. Well, until Uncle Carl's green room. That's true. The green room is tonight, in which you may despair for all humanity, Christian. And I will be there. I'll have to leave for a little while because I've got some business I have to take care of. But I will be there, joining in the general folderol and shenanigans. That's tonight. It's on Uncle Carl's secret humor page. And if you want to be a part of it, you must not be offendable. And that's what gets me. I gotta say this, Carl, Carlene, Christian, everyone that goes there. It's like the criteria is you can't be offended. You have to have a sense of humor. And surely you must know if you are offendable. And yet I see people, like just this week, I saw someone, an acquaintance of mine, get on to the page and then get out immediately. And it's like, what were you expecting? It's not like we're selling this as we all sing hands and sing Kumbaya. If anything, we take our clothes off, sit around the pentagram, and sing Kumbaya backwards. Okay, but anyway, yeah, it just astonishes me. But yeah, we have, Christian, you're absolutely right. We have seen the absolute worst of humanity this week, and unfortunately, it came from our very own shores. And these people I cannot have more contempt for, although I will give some kudos. Mike Pence, I am not a Mike Pence fan at all. He was governor when I moved here to Indiana, and he immediately made a bad impression on me. And the more I found out about his reign of error, the less I liked him. But this week he stepped up. You got to give the man some credit for finally growing a pair. Same with Lindsey Graham. I swear to God, Lindsey Graham, every time I've seen him for the last 2 years, I thought there should be little lines around the corner of his jaw. And you see the president working his jaw from the back. And I'm not going to tell you where he had his hand. But anyway, he finally stood up and said, hey, this is wrong. We got to start, disengaging from the madness here. And so kudos to them. And you're welcome to agree, but you better do it disagree rather. You better do it agreeably, or we shall take stern measures. Anyway, Carly, and that all depends on what kind of hope you're looking for then. Yeah, I know a lot of things I hope I get to see, but anyway, the ginger kind where the curtains match the drapes. You got that right, Donna. Or excuse me, Christian. And Christian, has Carl been talking again? Screen captures or it didn't happen. And good morning, Teresa Dunn. Wow, hope you're having a good morning, my darling. And Jake can't stay long. I'm going to go to a Christian bookstore and have a blessed day. Much love to you and Cookie. Back at you. Much love to you and your family, man. Hope you have a great Friday. Hope you have a great weekend. Have fun shopping. And Christian, as well, your more somber greetings this morning, says Trevor Hawkins. Good morning to you, brother. And Carl Witzman, good to see you. Good morning, everyone. Am I in trouble? And I'm not even here yet? Not yet. Just wondering what you've been telling Christian. And I would not tell him anything that I didn't want more than 50,000 people to know. That's true. That's true. That's the thing. I will give Christian credit. He can keep a secret. It's just those 50,000 other people he tells it to can't keep the trap shut. But Gospel Jake says, before I leave, I just want to say, don't be discouraged by the world, no matter how bad it gets. God is still on the throne. He will not let us get harmed by Satan's followers. Thank you very much for that, Jake. And, I think if nothing else, that's a great reason to believe in a higher power. It's nice to know that somebody's in control, because sometimes it sure doesn't look like anyone down here's got it on. So anyway, thank you, Jake, and you have a great rest of your day, okay? And Carly implies that as a non-Christian, you're calling me a satanic follower. Jake, better be careful. Well, Jake, could not have chosen his words less carefully, I suppose. But or he could have, been a little more careful about it. But honestly, we all believe. I think most of us believe in some sort of controlling power, and if you don't, that's different strokes. But just the same, I'm sure he meant no offense. I am sure of it, Carly. And let's try to keep the topic as close to writing creative things as possible in here, please. That's probably not a horrible reminder, Carl. I should probably get off my high horse, too. And no, not you, Carly. And the Skunk Rocker is here. Good morning, Brian. Good morning, Nevermore. It's good morning to you, my friend. Hope you're looking forward to a great day, and hope the day is treating you well so far. And okay, Jake, but you need to be more careful in what appears to be your proselytizing. Yeah. That's a good thing to remember, that we do have different faiths, and I forget that myself occasionally. But as Bob Dylan said one time, everybody has to believe in some faith, and for a lot of us, I think it's better to have that faith and be wrong than to not have that faith and be wrong. Skunk Rocker, much like the victims of a particular story written by one Harlan Ellison, I have no bathroom and I must pee. Well, nothing's stopping you. Just go ahead and enjoy the warmth. You know what I'm saying? It could be worse, Skunk Rocker. Yeah, I'm at the age now where I know where every restroom is between Carbondale, Lafayette. My bathroom knowledge goes down to Carbondale, Illinois, west to Des Moines, Iowa, and Keokuk, and east to Columbus pretty much, and where non-con will be. Yes, non-con is going to be September 24th through the 26th this year. And we had a great time, and I'm already lining up my friends to go there. And Jake Lindsay, if you want to go, I suggest you contact Jason and let him know. It's going to be a fun paranormal show with lots of paranormality. I can vouch for that. There is nothing normal about that place. Least of all some of the people, because I'll be there. Amy Hale will be there. Molly Daniels. I believe John Pike is looking into returning, as it may be Charles F. Millhouse. So it's going to be a good time. And Carl Westman says, "Yow, Skunk, that sounds painful." It can be. And Grant Lankert says, "Lots of early birds morning, Trevor, everyone, and anyone I miss." Anyway, Grant, good to see you, sir. Hope you're having a great morning, my friend. And unfortunately, he says, "Skunk Rocker, I'm not going to be anywhere near a bathroom for probably another 30 or so minutes. Hold on tight, bladder. We're going for the record. If nothing else, pull off to the side, stand inside the doorway of the passenger side, and pray for so little traffic." Anyway, ouch, Skunk, says Carly. And I would find a tree, Skunk. Oh, yeah. And I was talking about the rioters, Carly. Okay, thank you. And you're just a guy, pull off the road somewhere and stand off the side of your van. And this is why we carry empty jars in the car, says Carl Witzman. This is where Skunk, you should have bought a pod catheter from Carl Witzman. Carl, we got to get a spot for pod catheters. We really do. And Teresa Dunn saying hello to everyone. Everyone's saying hello back. And Carl said, "I would say hello to each and every person." But then the show will last until the green room tonight. And I'm looking forward to the green room. I think we can use the green room after this week. And Carlene is taking up the mantle of the Dark Misses here for the Dark Church of the Rising Tide, and say, "Okay, folks, almost time. Don't forget to like and share. Please do." And I liked and continue to like. I'm glad to see that, Trevor. And Brian is probably getting a lecture right now about ending the show in time for lunch. And I'm doing pretty good. It's only a quarter after. I'm only 15 minutes behind. This is good for me. And Scott Crocker says, Carl, I generally have a cannon with a white mouth, like with the NOS or Monster Big cans that I use essentially as a bedpan, but I didn't have time to stop at the store this morning. No fights started. And we're all holding it for you, Skunk. Hold on there, buddy, says Carl Witzman. And good morning to Ted Davies Artistry. Ted Davies, a proud, hopefully, member of the Rising Tide Network. Yes, we're gonna launch a new page soon on Facebook, and it will be the members of the broadcast network, which so far are myself, Ted Davies Artistry, and Joe Dog McKeel, who I hope you watched Clever Tile Pending last Tuesday. Man, does that guy have stories. He is so much fun. He said he doesn't he doesn't think I don't think he thinks he's interesting, but I will beg to differ. He was fascinating and had some great stories. And also, he's a convention promoter as well as a broadcaster par excellence, as is the Skunk Rocker, who will be on Stupid O'Clock tomorrow night at 11 p.m. Eastern, 10 p.m. Central. Please tune into that. Check it out and like and share and subscribe. And Christian Basil, sadly, but it's true. And Carl Wisp is grabbing coffee from Ted and gulps it down. Yes, Ted Davies, thank you for bringing the cafefe this morning. God knows we need it. And there he is. There's Mr. Joe Dog McKeel. Breaking news, deck chairs being thrown off the Titanic. Yeah, but I hear the band is taking requests. So anyway, and Willow Schuyler, darling. Wow, good morning, my friends. How are you all today? I am well, darling. How are you today? Willow, if you're going to be doing a show this weekend, please put it in the comments. And I hope to see you tonight in the green room. You are always a wonderful presence. Oh, and morning, y'all, says good Joe Dog. Carl Weston says, I'm going to need a wide-mouth canned suit if I keep it up. And there he is, Brian Rodman. Good morning, my fellow Brian and Nevermorians. Let's have some fun this morning. Screw this week. Yeah, that's what I was thinking about 7 o'clock about Wednesday. But anyway, remember, folks, the year isn't lost because of the events of one day. It's our job as creators to steward the year and bring it into the light. Let's make it so. Brian Rodman, that is always a great message. And I've said for years that art changes ourselves. It changes the world. It changes people around us. And I think right now, we as creators, excuse me, sorry, I thought I had to sneeze there. It was just a tickle. Anyway, getting back to my message, I think we as creators have now a responsibility to provide illumination, and not necessarily like I've been doing to give our opinions on matters of the day, but to remind people that everything's gonna be all right. Darkest in the dawn, the old saying. And we who write, who draw, who broadcast, we need to be a safe space for people to know that there's just one place you can at least get away from the world and get your bearings again. And hopefully the next 2 hours will help everyone do that. I admit I almost went on yesterday morning to broadcast and make sure everyone's all right. But I didn't know what I really had to say, and I was actually processing a lot of my own feelings about it, which basically would have consisted of a couple thousand tent poles, some lengths of rope, several hundred blindfolds, and muskets at dawn. But anyway, I could use an afternoon delight that lasted an entire afternoon. Oh, Christian, come on. 30 seconds, and after that, it's straight for the cigarettes. But anyway, John B. Pica, good morning, Multiverse. Good morning to you, Citizen Pica. JohnPica.com for all your broadcasting and coolness needs. Check out what Big Daddy Cool has got going for him. And good morning, everyone, from Carl Westman and Trish Bingston. Hello, waiting with me to work. Well, Trish, we're glad you're here. Thank you for watching on YouTube there, and I hope you're having a great Friday morning. Good to see you. Mwah! I blow the traditional kiss. Anyway, and Christian's going to get jealous. But anyway, I hope you're having a great Friday. I hope you're looking forward to a great weekend. Thank you for showing up. And never fear, says Willow Schuyler, your emotional support Canadian is here. Oh, I need someone to pet. Anyway, John B. Pica, I am listening while I'm driving into Nashville. Well, John, drive safely, young man. Drive safely. We hope you're doing well, sir. We hope you have a great weekend. And Carl Witzman says, just in time, Willow. We have never needed an emotional support Canadian like we have needed one now. And Teresa, good morning, Brian and Nevermorians from Facebook. Mwah, Teresa, hope you're having a great morning this morning. And Teresa Dunn has a link to Poetry Expressions too. That's the new poetry book recently released that she published herself. Please support her, okay? And I'm going to grab my crowbar and take care of anybody who doesn't hit like what? Hit like what? Now we're on edge here. We don't know what we're waiting for. And Carl Winston puts hand gently on Grant's crowbar. It's okay. It's gonna be fine. That's true. And if it was Christian, if he was talking about his crowbar, I would be worried that it was a euphemism. But hey, covfefe. And hey, Trevor, says Willow, Skylar, and Jeffrey Hayes. Plasma Fire Graphics, when the look of your book matters to you. Good Friday morning, Nevermorians. May you have a better weekend. Make it so. And Plasma Fire Graphics can help get your work out there, make it look lovely. You saw the two the trailers that led off this show. Well, that was those were both from Plasma Fire Graphics. And if you want to get another example of what they can do, check this out.
From author Brian K. Morris comes an epic tale of armor forged by a god, a hero forged by courage, and an ancient menace poised to re-emerge and threaten our world. Volcana, Rebirth of the Champion, is available on Amazon.com. Get your copy today.
So invest in your publishing business. Contact Jeffrey Hayes and make sure that you get Plasma Fire Graphics working for you. PlasmaFireGraphics.com and on Facebook when the look of your book matters to you. And anyway, glad you're here, Jeffrey. Hope you have a great weekend, brother. And Grant Lankard, I'm at 98 subscribers for my newsletter. You think we can get to 100 by the end of the show? We'll start talking it up. Tell people what's in your newsletter. Maybe that'll excuse me. Maybe that'll help. Maybe if I clear my throat before I go on the air, that might help too. But anyway, please check out Grant Lankard's and also tell them where to get it. That's another thing. Now I'm not going to lecture you. This is for everyone. You know, when you're promoting on shows like this, notice now Jeffrey Hayes has a good one here. He's friendly. You know, he gives you a little glimpse into his Sterling character, and Jeff's going, who? And he also slips in the address that you can go to get your stuff. Because seriously, he is very affordable. You can't afford not to. It's a good investment in your business. So, Grant, you know, next time you put that up, retype this and put in monarchpublishing.net. See? And Brian Rodman says to escape the gloomy doom-dooms of the week, head on over to brianrodman.com and dive into the horror fantasy series Memoirs of an Angel, about a ragtag group of infinite and finite beings who race through time and space to rescue a broken witch hunter from the clutches of the Dark Kingdom. It's Lord of the Rings meets The Exorcist. Join the adventure today. Seriously, it's good stuff. You got to check that book out. Brian is insanely talented. Brian's insane too. He fits in with the rest of us. But it's, you know, it just hit me, the irony. You know, hey folks, we need to cheer up. Hey, here's something about Lord of the Rings and The Exorcist. Yeah, two of the feel goods. But anyway, no, seriously, that's a good series, and you'll be grateful to dive into the world of Brian Rodman. You'll be glad you did. And let's see. I think they fall for the free taco sign. Yeah, throw in free beer, and it's like iron filings to a lodestone. You know what I'm saying? And good mornings are being exchanged. And Brian Rodman says, and if you need a laugh, which I think we all do, head on over to that address there, bit.ly/DastDingos, and join the Dastardly Dingoes podcast as we have an absolute blast with fellow indie creators, some of whom wear fezzes. Join our shenanigans and laugh a little or a lot. Oh, seriously, that is one of the most fun podcasts on the air. Brian Rodman, Jeremy Woodring do an incredible job on the Dastardly Dingoes, and they're prepping for a brand new season, expanding their broadcast horizons just a little, which I'm proud of them to see. And just generally going to make 2021 turn its head and cough. And there's some of us, Uncle Brian's been keeping an eye on some of you, and I think some of you are going to level up this year. And I'm thinking Brian Rodman's real high on that list, him and Jeremy. So please check it out. And John B. Pica says, everyone, please remember, as weird as the last week has been, it is far from the worst it's ever been in America. Remember a little thing called the Civil War? John, I'm probably the only person here who does. Okay. But no, I'm, especially some of us older people, probably this week we're having 9/11 flashbacks, and, for me, John F. Kennedy, we were on the brink this week. We really were. And like I said, a lot of us are still processing. And I got this is a little personal thing to Jeff Hayes. You don't know how close I came to uploading that thing you sent me last night. there is a video that has gone viral about some little spoiled little white girl who decided she was going to help save the country, and she got mad because they instead of letting her go in and play Wonder Woman with the democracy, the police pepper sprayed her and pepper sprayed her and kicked her scrawny little backside out of the Capitol building, and she was outraged at that she wasn't allowed to like take home a podium or put her feet up on her congressman's desk or something. So, and here's the funny thing. You see all these faces and you see all these so-called anonymous people, and most of them have been, a lot of them, I should say, not most, but a lot of them have been identified by law enforcement already. I think that's hilarious. I think that's great. Now we're going to show what democracy is all about. But anyway, safe from our shenanigans, and grateful they cut us off from the rest of the great kingdom of Britain. Glenn B. Fleming. Hey, Brian. Hey, Glenn. I'm sorry I haven't gotten to you yet about Clever Title Pending. We are going to talk about that. Anyway, check out what Glenn Fleming does on Amazon. He's got a great book just recently released on the Golden Age of comics and other delights. Please check out Glenn. He is fantastic. And was Uncle Carl the voice of reason earlier? What the? Yeah, seriously, it can happen to anyone, Carl. Of course, look at somebody like Rudy Giuliani, if we must. On September 10th, 2001, here's a guy that's on the verge of divorce. And he is so hated by his own party that they're going to cut him loose. Then the next day happened. What a difference a day makes. Of course, now he's bat crap crazy. The less said about his shenanigans, the better. But yeah, it can happen to anyone, Carl. It was just your turn. And I thought Ted was our voice of reason. He is when he's Green Room Ted. And if you check out the Green Room tonight, you will find out. It's like, I know Willow. Wow, says Carl. And Joe Dog McKeel says, it is too long to post here, so I will refer everyone to my page for a rare prayer post. I think I saw that. Anyway, Joe Dog's had some really good comments the last couple days about this current state of affairs. So we will get through it, and we'll get through it together, because I don't think we can do it separately, at least not with the same style and flair. And John B. Pica says, and there came a day unlike any other day when the question was asked, wouldn't it be cool if you could get together on a Saturday morning with your best friends, sit down with a big bowl of cereal, watch cartoons, and talk about cool geek pop culture stuff that you love? The answer was a resounding yes, and the Back of the Cereal podcast was born. It's the only podcast fortified with 8 essential vitamins and minerals. So let's open up the box and see what's inside. Go to johnpica.com. Check him out on YouTube this weekend, I believe at 8 a.m., which is not too early, because that's when the really cool cartoons start. John, thank you very much. Looking forward to a great show. Christian Basil, make Cookie laugh. Achievement unlocked. Leveled up. Hashtag bring Cookie home. Hashtag bring Cookie food. That's true. And today she goes in a little bit later. So we get to have like a leisurely lunch for once. That'll be nice. And Joe, I share much of your frustrations. Will, how can you not? I mean, like I said earlier, it's the 800-pound gorilla in the room, and we can't ignore it. We can put it off at a distance till we can get our mental footing and deal with it. But I'm glad I got you guys. Seriously. While I was watching those idiots storm through the Capitol building, and I'm hearing a lot of stuff that what we have heard so far may not be the worst of it. The chief of police of the District of Columbia has stepped down, and I think you're going to see a clean out of the police in that incident, because there are now videos emerging of some of the police allowing those morons to enter the building, and some were even taking selfies with them inside the Capitol Rotunda. Like I said, I want to, they say that, these crises, the only people that get ahead are the lawyers. I'm actually looking forward to the lawyers making tons of money, unsuccessfully defending these people. But anyway, there's a lot to unpack from this week. But anyway, I'm glad we've got each other. I do appreciate it. I really appreciate you all. You don't know how much. And I too share the frustrations. We're not always giggly and fez wearing here. I'm an American too. And Carlene, that's what you get for trying to corral us. And Paul Bush, good morning, Paul. How are you, my friend? Hope you and Lynn and the family are doing well. It's good to see you here. Happy Friday morning. Joe Dog McKeel says, Skunk, I have stopped several times on the side of the road to check the seat on the passenger side. Yeah, I've done that a time or two myself. Somehow something sprung a leak, and usually it was me. And Philip Thompson, good morning to you. And Philip Thompson says, I'm thinking of adding a group to my page, but need some suggestions for sales info and fan awareness. Same thing you do for your book. Just put the word out. Like, I'm going to be starting up a page for the Rising Tide Broadcasting Group, and I'm still finishing up the last of it. I hope to finish it today. I've got a spiffy logo that I came up with. It's spiffy because it was the limit of my paint.net skills. Anyway, by the way, for those of you who don't know those of you who are intimidated by Photoshop, and I am one of them, there is a program. It costs like $4.95, and it's a lifetime thing. And you can move it onto multiple computers, and if you drop one computer, you can put it on the next one for no extra charge. Although $4.95 is pretty good. It's Creative Commons. It's constantly updated, but it's called paint.net. It is the foundation of it is MS Paint, and it emulates that very well. The old MS Paint up till Windows 10. It became like Paint 3D or whatever. But anyway, paint.net is a little more robust, but not so much that I can't use it. So I created a logo based on the Eric Hawkins logo of the Rising Tide. So anyway, we will be having a formal unveiling soon. Okay. But anyway, Philip, about your question, just do for your page what you did for your books. Promote. Talk about it and bring people aboard. And rebellious yahoos that believe the democratic process belongs to them. Today they're called government, says Christian Basil. No, I have to say, in all honesty, that with some notable exceptions, I'm looking at you, Ted Cruz, and also our own representative, Mike Braun. He lost my vote Wednesday night. It was a simple democratic process that should have taken 30 minutes. But God bless the people who are in our government, because they did get the job done. It took them a few hours, but they got it done. And even with the people that were, trying to, it's like in the old Dungeons and Dragons. I disbelieve. You call out, I disbelieve enough, and it changes the outcome. Maybe. There were about a dozen senators who yelled, "I disbelieve," and the rest of them said, "Sit down, shut up, and let the process continue." So yeah, there are some yahoos in government. I will, I rail against them all the time, but I'm talking about and I'm not talking about the protesters. Protesting, I've got no problem with. If they had stood on the steps of the Capitol building and said, "We don't approve, we don't believe this, this was legit," we'd have chuckled at them, but that would have been fine, because that was their right to be stupid in public and disbelieve. It's the ones that broke into the building, the ones who caused vandalism, the ones who threw their trash all over the place, the ones who endangered the representatives, the ones who left pipe bombs. I want the fullest extent of the law brought to them. So anyway, those, when I talk about rebellious yahoos, those are the ones I'm talking about. And I think Wednesday, says Joe Dog McKeel, is 2021 telling 2020 to hold its beer. Yeah, seriously. No, I'm honestly thinking 2021 is going to be better. It's not going to be easy. like a video I shared on my newsletter recently says, change is never easy. I think we're going to see some changes. And in fact, I'm looking at possible legislation, especially now that we may have the Democrats have control again. I'm looking at, excuse me, so I'd be surprised if somebody doesn't propose legislation that holds a sitting president to any crimes committed while in office. That there might be a mechanism to get them out. I still want it to be for egregious sins, and I do want it to not be an easy thing. But right now people are seriously talking about the 25th Amendment, which allows a sitting president to be removed from power if he is incompetent or a danger to the nation. And you can say what you will about that, but no, I'm optimistic. 2021 is going to be a much better year. All right. So anyway, curse you, Brian. You made me yawn. I'm sorry, Brian. Didn't mean to. Sorry, Brian Rodman. Apologize. Love. Anyway, Brian needs tickled, wiggling fingers in his direction. Oh, Carly, how I've longed to hear those words. Anyway, no, I'm ticklish as hell. I don't know. Anyway, Charles F. Millhouse. Good morning, all. Watch out for minefields, Brian. You betcha. That's awesome. And you are awesome, my friend. And sir, if you want to promote an interview that you're going to be on an awesome show, feel free. If you don't want to, I'll understand. And Skunk Rocker says, as bad a morning as I had, it's getting better. No worries. Okay, good. That's good to hear. It's lovely to hear a message of positivity, especially in times like these. We're going to win, man. We are going to win. Skunk, you are going to win because you are making art. You've got that great YouTube channel, Scrub House TV. It is awesome. You are awesome. You are, dude. You bring a light. You really do, and I love you, man. I really do. And Brian Rodman for Brian Rodman for just $1 a day. You too can sponsor an American. This is Brian. He's turning 65, and look at him. He can barely afford a second pair of floor chimes. And his comic books, his addiction is beyond belief. And right now he's looking at a couple of Ultraman Blu-rays at the local Best Buy, but his allowance from his wife isn't allowing him to purchase them quite yet. Won't you help? Anyway, actually, what?
You're telling stories again.
Yes, I am. I'm a storyteller. I get paid for that.
In that case, I get to keep the coffee.
What? Why, you little?
You gonna change your story?
No.
Then I keep the coffee.
Fine. Make me some more, please. Make you some more. That went over well. I love you.
Love you.
Okay. Bitch is drinking up all the coffee. Anyway. So is Cookie. Anyway, and you didn't hear what I said. I said bitch is drinking all the coffee, and so is Cookie.
I heard it. I was ignoring you.
I love you, darling. Oh, she's coming in here. Wait, do that again. Hold on. Okay, do it again. Okay, got it. Thank you. I got screen capture. That's gonna be a card. That's gonna be one of the lead-in cards on my thumbnail one day. Love you.
Love you.
You gonna make some more coffee?
Yes, I think I need some more.
Love you even more now. Especially if you make some for me.
We'll see. You're gonna have to change your story.
Okay. Then the 16-ton weight fell on Cookie. Anyway.
We have no bananas.
You got my banana, darling. But anyway, drive fast, take chances, John. Yeah, there we go. There we go. And close your eyes. That traffic is scary. Folks, says Brian Rodman, be sure to check out Cindy Kep's amazing works and sign up for her newsletter. If you haven't already, jump on over to ckoepp.com and throw money and subscriptions her way. But anyway, yes, please sign up for Cindy Kep's newsletter. And please check out her books on Amazon. She is awesome. And there we go. Grant Lacker says, I forgot to mention where you can find my newsletter, Smack's Forehead. Let us help. That's at monarchpublishing.net. Check it out. Handsome website. I must say, it is really wonderful. And Grant, you got a subscriber as of Wednesday. See, something went right that day. And I subscribed last year, Grant. Well, in December. There we go. That's two. That's two people accounted for. And I signed up too. And remember to tip our wonderful host, or even better, shower him with dollar bills like he's riding a pole over at patreon.com. I do have a picture of me on a silver pole with Cookie. We did a play called the Great Trailer Park Musical, which is blasphemous. It is obscene. It is hilarious. And Cookie and I worked backstage, and one of the props was a giant stripper's pole. And so the director was taking pictures of all of us. So Cookie and I were goofing around on the pole getting our picture taken, and I struck a pose, and everyone was going, Brian seems to know a lot more about that silver pole than he lets on. But anyway, no, appreciate that. Thank you. And if you do want to support our efforts on a monthly basis, such as these super fine people do, and be mentioned in just $1 a month, you can sponsor an American for $1 a month. And you will get your name in all of everything we do, whether it's a broadcast or a publication. Your name goes in it. You will be immortalized or immoralized knowing this group. But anyway, please check it out. And that is at, let me get that banner up there, at patreon.com/Brian K. Morris, all lowercase, all one word. And for $5 a month, you get a chance to view our flash fiction first draft novel. And the 7th chapter just went up yesterday. And I'm looking forward to your comments on it. I really am. And it's coming along. I'm about to the end of it. Couple, 2-3 more chapters to go, I think, and then we can wrap it up. But I'm really pleased with it, and I think that you will be too. Also, $10 a month gets you a chance to download some of our works in PDF. So please check us out on Patreon. Your support is always appreciated. And thank you, Brian Rodman, for that reminder. And we also appreciate the Eric Hawkins. Good morning to you, sir. Hope your morning's going well. And Will Schuyler says, make sure to like and follow my Schuyler Productions page. Pillow Talk returns this Sunday with a great guest cosplayer, singer, comedian, and creator of the comic Fire Bitch, Kara Nicole. Check out Schuyler Productions. I'm on that page. I love it. And also, Kara Nicole will be appearing on this Tuesday's Clever Tile Pending. Looking forward to talking to her. We're old friends, and she's a fun lady. It's going to be one of those where she gets on the screen, I'm just going to leave for pizza and beer. No one will need me then. But yeah, check out Willow Schuyler's page. She is awesome. And thank you, Willow, for your ongoing support of this show. I want to thank you publicly. Oh, and plus, I've got to send you a PM about promotion. Got to check. I'll tell you about it later. I meant to write you about it yesterday. I got distracted. And Joe Dog McKeel, is this a contradiction of terms? Amish electric fireplace? Yeah, but it doesn't work too well is the problem. Runs on wood. Brian Robbins says, hey, if The Exorcist doesn't cheer you up, I don't want to know you. That's true. That's true. I'm waiting for the children's cartoon series on that. And it's the Eric Hawkins who I voted for on the art show, says Carl Witzman. I always vote for Eric Hawkins. Hope you did well. And I need to start a Kickstarter, a lickable wallpaper of Gina Carano. There we go. Or even just, it could be lickable as a stretch goal. The initial one could be scratch and sniff. How does that sound? And Jeffrey Hayes, sterling character. I think you must have me confused with the coffee-infused Jeff Hayes. At least he is silver-plated. That could be. Well, I'm coffee-infused too. And look what's the best we can do. But Scott Rocker says, I was thinking about the Watts riot, but yeah. Well, yeah, I felt that way during that time too. I remember when that was going on, yeah. But also the fall of Vietnam, it's like there have been incidents where it's like, oh crap, things are falling apart and fast. But things that hold us together are people like Rick Bradley. Rick, my brother, I hope you're having a great morning. And Heather Ellen, mwah, as always, great to see you, darling. Check out Heather 10 p.m. on Sunday nights. Sunday. And she brings her beautiful self to the screen and lets you promote what you do. She is awesome. And Brian Robin says, Anamani, totally insane. They pushed me out and made Anamani, totally insane. They pushed me out and maced me. Anamaniacs, those are the facts. Yes, that's the one. Was you? Yeah, Brian and Jeffrey. That you were thinking the same video. That was great. I should have called it up this morning. I should have called it up and put it up. And Willow Sky says, "Good morning to all my friends here." Well, good morning to you, darling. Talking to us from Facebook. It's always a pleasure to have you here in your cheerful self. And I just checked my newsletter subscription numbers. We're over 100. Celebrate good times. Come on. All right. Thank you, Nevermorians, for coming through for Grant Lankard here. I am so proud of you guys. And that is the power of the Nevermorians and the positive attitude and the rising tide. All right. And Robert Beatty, I walk in here, free beer. I'm like, where? See, told you. Anyway, Robert Beatty, glad to have you here, man. Hope you are doing well, sir. And Scott Crocker says, I'd rather not look at Rudy Giuliani. Man, gives me nightmares. You know, I think he's probably been taken over by a Slovene. I think that's it. That's it. Rudy Giuliani has been taken over by a Slovene. Remember that video of him farting? I'm just saying, I may be onto something. Doctor Unit, if you can hear us, Torchwood, please come save us. We're in trouble. And arrests have been made and tech CEOs fired. Some were thrown out without their gold parachute. Ooh, really? Now, tech CEOs? Really? I'd be interested to know how that would. Are we talking about Wednesday? How did that happen? I'm just curious. Now, I will say I do know a friend who works for a financial institution, let's say. And the minute this happened, she told me, she said, we were talking, and she says, I gotta go. I called into work. Said I'm on call now for the next 3 days for security reasons, which I could probably see due to possible outside interference. This could have been a distraction. But anyway, I'm interested. Why did tech CEOs get fired? But I love that without the golden parachutes. Love to hear their bodies hit the ground. Anyway, Amy Hale, good morning to you, darling. How are you? Amy, AuthorAmyHale.com, Author Amy Hale on Facebook, and Amy Hale's Angels on the YouTube thing there, or rather also on Facebook. And I gotta say, I gotta brag on her. She's starting her broadcast shows once again. And let's see, I wrote it down. Yes, Thursday, February 4th at 8 p.m. I'm gonna help kick off her new season of Hale's Angels Talk. What is it? Something booze and one hail of a great conversation, which is what you get when you talk to Amy on her show. And it's going to be a lot of fun. And I will probably have an adult beverage with me because I can handle it. Anyway, please check out Amy Hale and check out her book. She's an amazing writer. Check out her fantastic catalog of wonderful supernatural paranormal romance. And Scott Crocker, also happy birthday, Elvis. And my sister, well, very happy birthday to your sister and to you, Elvis, wherever you are. Rick Bradley, that same night there was a standoff in DuQuoin with a vehicle with a bomb at the Illinois State Police headquarters. Can we quit living history for 5 minutes? Yeah, no joke. Yeah, I heard there were other incidents around the country. And there is stories. I have heard stories that a lot of this was organized on the internet. So, and all I can say to that, Joe, is yay. Yeah, seriously. Ryan Permisson, good to see you as always, brother. Hope you're having a great Friday. Hope your weekend's going to go even better. Good morning, Nevermorians. How are you? The Nevermorians say we are fine as anything. And finish the Rocky Marathon. 4 and 5 are the weakest. Yeah, 4 was a real letdown after the first 3. The first 3 just worked so well. Watch the animated film The Death and Return of Superman, which was pretty good. Back to binge watching. Great news. We have a Patreon now. Check it out at It's Nerd Culture. And also check out that show, It's Nerd Culture. Lots of lively conversation. I'm digging it, Ryan. I'm digging it. Seriously. And it's a wonderful show. Ryan is a great host, and he's a lot of fun. Check out all the shows on the Hanging with Web Show Network, the HWWS Network. They provide a lot of great content, and we're proud to talk them up. We really are, because we're all in the trenches together. Now, TED Talks and Inspires is back for 2021. TED Talks Drawing Lines in Life and Art. So check it out on Spotify. Ted told me he dropped that new episode. I got to check it out myself. Also, check out the TED Talks from Tuesday, where he talks about how to be assertive without being arrogant. And, for one thing, don't wear a fez. Anyway, the Eric Hawkins, everyone in government are yahoos. They don't represent the people anymore, only their own interests. That is true. Although like I said, Wednesday night, I think some of them stepped up. And happy birthday to Skunk's sister, Carl Witzman. I cannot agree more. Hey, give that sister of yours a hug from the Nevermorians and tell her we love her. Again, tell her her brother is awesome. John B. Pike on today's agenda, character model sheet for our behind the cereal box mascot Pax, Handsome Jax. I love the name. That is great. Now, Willow Schuyler says, I have an extra room here at my home if anyone needs a vacation from the craziness. Just be prepared. I was raised to be a typical German mother. I will feed you very well. That's our show for today, kids. Thank you very much. See you eventually. I'm going to Canada. Anyway, Willow, that's a great offer there. And I hear Christian's car doors slamming. What the hell? Carly, and happy birthday, Skunk sister and Elvis. And sorry, everybody, says Joe Dog McKeel. I was skunking real bad, so I went Amy Hale. What did I miss? You missed an opportunity to use the podcatheter for all long-term podcasting goodness. And the Skunk Rocker Angry Cookie is hilarious. Don't encourage her.
Hey!
He said you are hilarious.
I'm not supposed to be hilarious. I'm supposed to be scary.
Well, God knows you are.
Okay.
I can attest to that. She's enjoying that too much. Skunk, don't encourage her, please. I have to. You only have her for a couple hours. I gotta live with her the rest of the week. Phil Thompson, should I call my group paintings for sale and comics for sale? You could. I'd shorten it a little bit. Maybe like cartoons for sale. I don't know. I don't know if that might ding you as spam. Come up with a colorful name, Philip. Come up with a colorful name. I think that would be the best way to do it. And what says Eric Hawkins or Trevor Hawkins? Excuse me, you scared Trevor, woman. And hashtag I love Cookie. She loves you too. And wow, rare view into the impending disaster at the Morris home. That's right. That's right. And it's all about coffee, which is what it should be. And Brian, you need the coffee maker in your studio. We've talked about that. My birthday's coming up, and I told Cookie, you could get me like a really nice. I saw one at a store, and it was reasonably priced. It wasn't the big box place that everyone goes to, but it was like very reasonably priced, a good brand, and you hold the beans in there and they grind just enough for the pot of coffee, and it makes it right there on the spot. And I'm thinking that's the ticket. And I said, I've got a birthday coming up, honey, and you know how hard I am to buy for, and 65 is pretty good number to hit, So we'll see what happens. But no, Willow, I think you're new enough to the show. I can tell you the story. When we moved, when we were in the process of moving from our apartment, when we moved from Illinois to Indiana, we were living in an apartment. We had like a big ass warehouse and a 1-bedroom apartment, and we moved from a 3-bedroom home. And so we're looking for a house, and our delightful realtor, who we love, introduced us to the Keurig coffee maker, and which I think is one of the greatest inventions known to man. And even the My Sharona Miley Cyrus vaccine has got a lot of room to make up when it compares to this thing. But anyway, I was entranced with the coffee maker, and I told Cookie, I said, what we need to do is get a Keurig up here. And then I could just sit and put it on the corner of the desk, and I just sit here and create, and then make a coffee and create some more, make another coffee. And just, that'd be such a luxurious life, I thought. And then I realized that going up and down the stairs between the coffee maker, oh, my honey does love me. I love you, honey.
Love you.
See, I gave you a good suggestion. I helped.
You also talked.
Oh, I'm glad the 7-second filter was here. Woman, who taught you those words?
You did.
Okay, just making sure you know. Full credit. Thank you, honey.
You're welcome.
Make sure you get some too.
Yeah.
Okay. But anyway, I realized that the only exercise I was getting every day was going up and down the stairs to get coffee. So my my Keurig broke. I was like going up and down the steps. My two coffee makers were sitting right beside each other. Now we do now have a small percolator that brews like 5 cups. Actually, it's like 2 and a fraction of these easily. And I told Cookie, if you get me that coffee maker, then I can put the other one like in our bedroom, and in the morning we can make coffee to get out of the bedroom and not have to worry about going downstairs. Oh my God, that's hot. Anyway, and so are you people. You know who you are. Anyway, so that's my story, and that's the only exercise I get is going up and down the stairs. But it's good exercise. Hey, Carl, Brian's going to need some more than $1 a day medical bills alone. Yeah, seriously. The only thing I want to promote is, says Charles F. Millhouse, is you can now pre-order signed copies of my next novel, Evolution Man, at stormgatepress.com. Check out the Stormgate Press catalog. Check out Captain Hawkland. Check out the amazing, amazing stuff that Charles F. Millhouse is doing, such as the one, the only, I'm getting it right now, Pulp Reality #1. I'm in it. A whole bunch of your Nevermorian friends are in it, like Charles F. Millhouse, Bobby Nash, Clayton Merwin, Kelly Austin, whole bunch of great people. Check out Pulp Reality #1. You must own it. And Plasma Fire Graphics, let's talk about them for a second, because if the look of your book matters to you, then you ought to get some book covers and some book trailers from Plasma Fire Graphics. Book trailers like this one.
Choose high-flying action. Choose death-defying escapes. Choose spine-tingling thrills. Choose nail-biting intrigue. Now's your chance to choose the adventure. The Captain Hawkland Adventures. Available on Amazon.com.
From the top of the clouds to the bottom of the ocean, spanning the globe, Captain Hawkland's Adventures. He does it all, and it's a great series. You need to get that. And Pulp Reality #1 has not just 1, but 2 stories featuring Captain Hawkland. One by Bobby Nash, featuring a team up with Sky Ranger, and another one, a solo adventure by me. So please check it out. It's available now on Amazon. And Pulp Reality creators, deadline for issue 2 is a little over 6 weeks away. Did I know this? I'll get busy. I will get busy. And yes, he will, Trevor, says Carl Witzman. Joe Dog McKeel says, Trevor Hawkins, you have a point. Stitches are expensive, especially on days Cookie is hungry and Brian runs long. That's true. That's true. And Joe Dog truth. And because it's never too earlier, don't die, feed Cookie. That's true. Well, we've got another hour before she will become enraged and beat the hell out of me. And yay. Ooh, she's fierce. She's beating her chest. And what a chest it is. But anyway, and yay, Grant from Carl Witzman. Yeah, that is an accomplishment. Way to go, Grant. Now, let's get some more. What do you say? Rick Radley's going back to work. Stalker mode engaged. Rick, glad you're here, brother. Hope your morning and your weekend go well. And how are you guys getting newsletter subscribers? John, I ask for them. That's I don't know how to make it any simpler. I say, could you subscribe to my newsletter? Please subscribe to my newsletter. In fact, I throw up little hints that maybe you can sign up right here. And in fact, if you don't want to go there, you also hub where you can sign up for my newsletter. Or I also mentioned that if you PM me directly, I will, with your email address, I will sign you up. I also promise, you have my word that I will not sell, trade, barter, spin folder mutilate your email contact addresses, because I don't believe in spam and I don't want you guys to get any because of me. So please sign up for my newsletter and see how easy that was, John. And I am not running to the store for anything today. I will drive my car there, get what I need to drive back. You're so practical, Joe Dog. I love you, man. And John B. Pica, the Dems are going after Parlor. Okay. Good luck to them. See, the fun is just never ending. And Davies, good morning. Good morning, Ted. Glad to see you on Facebook. Hope you are doing well. Hope you're looking forward to a great weekend. You and Chris both. Looking forward to seeing Green Room Ted tonight in the Green Room. And creative is Hale on my fan page. Author Amy Hale. You sure are. I wish I had a name that could make good lines like that. Anyway, check out Amy Hale. She is fantastic. And I'm afraid to rewatch Rocky 5 because I loved that movie when I was a kid. Why? You know, it's funny. And I'd love to hear everyone else's comments on this. I find that if I go back and watch some films, I see the TV shows. I sometimes wonder where my taste buds were at the time. But I find that a number of movies, I watch them, and as a kid, and I watch them now, and I'm thinking, man, this is much better than I remembered. For years, I'm a huge Frankenstein fan. And I saw Abbott and Costello meet Frankenstein when I was a kid. And I kind of like, oh man, this is weak. But I rewatched it about a year ago. And I thought, this is really quite good. And I could appreciate how they set it up so that Abbott and Costello got their funnies in, but the monsters were not made to look foolish. And that's quite a balance. And as a result, I'm thinking, this is good. And Glenn Strange did a good job as the monster. So anyway, I say give it a shot. And let's hear what you have to say when you watch it now as a grown-up. And Brian sent you info in PM. Thank you, Joe Dog. I will check that out when I'm off the air. And speaking of people I check out constantly, there is the beautiful and talented Kathy Jackson. Mwah! Good morning, you heathens. Good morning, darling. We are here sitting around the pentagram wondering why everybody's staring at us. How are you, Kathy? Check out Kathy Jackson's books on Amazon. Also, check out the page Kathy Jackson's Books on Facebook. It is a lively discussion of all things reading. And she is lively, and Matthew is wonderful. And she was on Clever Title Pending a few weeks ago. Please check out that the Year's End episode, because she was amazing, as was Carleen. And let's see. Oh, it's in my other book. I can't tell you the guests. Yes, I can. I got my other book here. I keep records. I actually keep track of things. Yes, it was the 10/29, the December 29th episode of Clever Title Pending with Donna Carleen, Kathy Jackson, and Matthew Jackson, the Mad Killed himself, Michaela Jade, and we were to have Luke Stone, but he was having internet problems, and fortunately he's got them fixed now. So anyway, Kathy, it's a delight to see you here, and I hope you're doing well. Look forward to talking to you more. And hashtag keep cookies scary. We don't seem to be able to stop that, Brian Rodman. And I want to move to Canada. I think this country is beyond hope. You think Willow will sponsor me? You have merely to ask. She could run a camp. She could run a home for American foundlings. There we go. Nah, I got to stay here and help save it. And, well, my bladder feels better. Skunk Rocker, we're glad. Thank you for sharing that. Joe Dog McKeel, wow, I am seeing news stories everywhere. Many of those a couple days ago are having buyer's remorse and found out there is no return policy. Yeah, and I think a lot of those guys didn't bother to get a receipt, if you know what I mean. And John B. Pica says, check out my profile pic. Today is a purple day. Yes, John, Big Daddy Cool is going through a beard coloring phase. And you look good in red. That was your shade of red, I think. I'll check out your purple today. And Eric Hawkins says, fresh ground and a French press is the way to go. I recently got a gift of some fresh beans. Hadn't had any in quite some time. Thank you, Charles. And they're fantastic. And I'm thinking, this may be the way to go. Even next time we go to a Tim Hortons restaurant, we're going to pick up whole beans rather than the ground. Now, they ground theirs to like a powdery consistency that doesn't always treat coffee makers, just plain coffee makers very favorably. If you get too much in there, it could overflow. But no, fresh. You're absolutely right, Eric. Fresh ground is the way to go, and we are doing more of that now. Although we did pick up some pre-ground Starbucks peppermint mocha at our local store yesterday. It's like 2 hours after Christmas, so they're clearing out their Christmas stock, and they had this for like a bag for like $1.30, and I'm like, let's get two. So that's what we're drinking this morning, and it's tasty. But anyway, yeah, French press. I think I need to invest in a French press. And hey, Rick, says Charles F. Millhouse, and Brian Rodman says John B. Pica. I usually stalk them and hold them at gunpoint until they sign up on my email list. Now, that's a pretty conservative way to go. Other than that, interactions online at Comic-Cons, remember those? I've seen more shady ways to get subscribers, like joining subscriber bundles, but I prefer the natural way. Those folks want to be there and stay for the right reasons. Yeah. And the thing is, if you're using some of the free services, like I use MailChimp, if I packed mine with bought names, I might have to be paying for it rather quickly, which I don't intend to do until the list is full, more than monetized. We're almost there, but yeah, the best thing to do is just simply ask. And I think it's the way also with YouTube and Facebook likes, like Christian Basil. Look at this guy. He hustles. He's got ways to do it. I'm gearing up to follow his examples, I will say, but he did it the honest way. He did it the right way. He didn't buy a single one of them, and he's over 50K now. If I could get 50,000 subscribers on my Facebook page, I would be very happy. I've got 2,200. I'm good. But I'd like more. But if I could get 50K on my YouTube, dang, I'd be monetized and living the life of Riley. Riley Auto Parts. Anyway, Kathy Jackson, good morning, everyone. Mwah, darling, good morning to you. Hope you're doing well. And no return policy for what, Joe? What did they buy? And they bought a lot. Some of them bought a lot of trouble. Joe Dog McKeel up to 10 years free room and board. Yes, in a luxurious 1-bedroom, 1-toilet Stone Hotel, I believe it is. And Carl Westman says the thing that ticks me off, Joe, is that we will pay for that room and board and all the damages, and that that's why the death penalty is so economical. Anyway, so having some second thoughts about retitling the re-release of my book series from Tales from the Flip Side to Tales of the Decalverse. It's not too late to change back. Thoughts? I would love to hear everyone else's comments on this, John, but I'll throw mine in to start. I like Tales of the Decalverse for the reason that if you're keeping it in that same universe, you want the branding to be consistent. Okay, so that's my thought on the thing. And if having Tales from the Flip Side, which I think is a beautiful title, if that book does fit in with the rest of the universe, then yeah, I would do Tales of the Decalverse. I really would, because Decalverse is a name that makes you want to find out, well, what's he talking about? So anyway, when is the Rising Tide newsletter coming out? I want to make sure that I don't miss it again. Dude, it came out on the 1st. Did you not get it again? Because I checked and it said it got sent out. Check your spam filter. If it hasn't emptied yet, and please, if you didn't get it, send me a PM, Carl. I'll make sure you do. And sadly, you are correct, but knowing they earned it and are crying, I didn't mean for this to happen, makes the investment worth it. Yes, it does. Yes, it does. And that's the thing. A lot of these idiots. I think one of the worst things going around right now is entitlement. This feeling that I deserve it simply because I'm drawing breath. That's why we have participation awards. That's why we have people who say, well, I don't need to wear a mask because I'm special. I don't, need to, I don't, you voted against the person I supported. Well, I dispute the results of your election. And, it's like, I agree. I think entitlement needs to be done away with. I want to see more of, you earn your way through life. All right. Because all the Nevermorians, you all have accomplished things, whether it's writing, publishing, drawing, broadcasting, even, like Robert Beatty. I've got to throw a bone his way. He put up an amazing Christmas display that has got to have made everyone driving by feel better for just even a moment. And that's the rising tide way. We've earned what we have gotten, the accolades, the income, the whatever reward we've got, we've earned it. And it's like I did a show at a library one time, and I was there doing a Q&A, and somebody asked me, said, how can I get to where you're at without having to have done the work you did? I told them basically, I said, even if I knew, I wouldn't tell you. You have to earn it, and didn't earn me any fans that day, but I don't care. And you'll never have Brian's remorse when you sign up for my newsletter. There you go, Brian. Holy cow, that's awesome, dude. Screen capture. Gonna make sure I catch that one. Anyway, now here, and I'm going for another one. Yeah. Okay, we got that now. Thank you, Carl. That's clever. You're good at this. And also, says Brian Rodman, says, also head on over to brianrodman.com and sign up for my newsletter. No spam, all goodies. You even get some special rewards and inside info. If you sign up today, I'll send you the newest edition 2020 by Felicia right away. That is awesome. That is great. That was a good newsletter. That really was. And that's the thing, I have a newsletter. I post links to my Amazon page. I post links to my broadcast pages, but I generally, I found, I just rather talk to y'all, do a special video, put in some secret links that I find amusing. And anyone who got the newsletter, what'd you think of the secret links this month? Did you enjoy the article I put in there? I thought that was pretty informative and a lot of fun. Anyway, Abbott and Costello Meets is an awesome series of movies. Yes, they are, John Bike. I agree with you. And it's funny that I was probably more the target audience 40 years ago or 50 years ago, but now at my ripe age, I am appreciating them on a whole different amazing level. So anyway, it is better than a prescribed punishment, Carl Witzman, for them anyway, says Joe Dog. I agree. And way to bring the punishment, Carl, says Trevor Hawkins. And how about this? Philly Phil cartoons. Now, I like that a lot better. Philip. That's the one I would run with. And sorry, Trevor, but he asked for it, says Carl Witzman. Ryan Robbins says, my absolute favorite Abbott and Costello movie is Hold That Ghost. I belly laugh until I cry every time I watch that movie. That is a classic. And I've got to say, Abbott and Costello, about them, to me, there is no better comedy routine than Who's on First. That is, just the way they perform that is absolute brilliance and 100% amazing chemistry and perfect timing. I love that, so much. And don't be sorry, Dark Pope, says Trevor Hawkins. Being the Dark Pope means never having to say you're sorry. Oh, and Johnny Micah says, it also appears that I'm going to need a new permanent female co-host to replace one who is not in digging the back of the comic book box. Jive, what? She didn't? What the heck? What? Oh, I'm astonished, John. So anyway, if you are an attractive female with a lot of geek to you, or if you wait long enough, maybe John will put Christian Basil in a dress. You never know. Christian may be up for it. Anyway, contact. There's employment opportunity with John Pica there, and Carl mocks us with this laughter. Brian, Tim Hortons is on the Forbes list of brands that will vanish in 2021. Possibly. I know that they've had some problems in the last couple of years with mandatory redecoration. Of the stores. They're forcing the franchise. They had forced the franchisees to remodel their stores, but gave no money to help them do it. I know that was a problem. I don't see. I think Tim Hortons, the restaurant, could go under, but I don't see the coffee brand going away. Or if anything, it's going to retreat back into. I think they're going to structure down. There may be fewer ones here in the Midwest, which will make me cry because of the non-con we were at. There was a Tim Hortons in town. But my in-laws who live in Buffalo, New York, will probably still have them. They may have to start sending me care packages. Yeah, I know. And the thing is, I don't think they'll vanish entirely. I really don't. I'd be astonished if they did. Will Schuyler says the Starman's peppermint mocha via coffee. I can only use a bit of a time. A whole package is too much for me to drink. I just chew the grounds. That way you aren't weighted down with all that water. I mean, it's a great thing. It really is. Congratulations to your corporation, Willow, for coming up with that. I used to have a newsletter, but I never saw return on investment, but considering doing it again. John, it's one of those things that and you know this yourself. You can't, and I know that you're used to immediate gratification as a host and performer. But something like a newsletter is an investment of time. And my newsletter, I pick up I might pick up 1 or 2 new people every month. But that's, I'm moving forward in it. And every now and then you'll get someone who doesn't pick up the newsletter. And I am going to I've got a strategy for weaning those people out of there. But they still stay on my newsletter if I ever need to send them something down the road. But I need a virtual assistant to help me with this stuff. But anyway, but no, it's an investment in time. It's just like you do these broadcasts, and I don't think I really caught fire till a couple of years ago. The response to my videos now is highly gratifying, and I love this community we have. But it took time to get it. So you got to think long game. You got to think long game. If you're thinking, you got to be an investor and not a day trader in this business. And Carl Wisman, is peppermint the new raspberry? It could be for me. I have a similar response. But anyway, Christian Basil says, my Gina Carano lickable wallpaper will taste like rainwater on Tatooine. I want it to taste like that blue milk. Joe Dog McKeel, Carl Wisman, Lord, I hope so. And happy Friday from Cindy Kep, CKOEPP.com. Please check out her amazing work. And this ad isn't by Plasma Fire Graphics, but please let's enjoy all of the brilliance that is Cindy Kep and sign up for her monthly newsletter. It is bomb-diggly-licious.
Author Cindy Kep is writing on the edge. Books include Remnant in the Stars, The Loudest Actions, Lines of Succession, Mindstorm, Condemned Courier, the Yerushalayim series, and Animal Eye. Find author Cindy Kep at CKOEPP.com today.
All right, please check out the work of Cindy Kep, and also please sign up for her amazing monthly newsletter. It comes out about the 25th of every month, and you will feel better after having read it. Seriously, it is. She puts a lot of work into it. She puts a lot of work into her books. Please check them out. And Carl, it's not in the spam filter, but I'll check again. Dang, MailChimp is acting up again, I think. Yeah. And I had a problem when I had a couple people thought they subscribed, and I didn't see them on the list, so I had to add them myself. We gotta get that. We'll get that straightened out, Carl. We will eventually. I'll keep working with you on it. And I shot myself in the face with all kinds of syrup, Carl. The raspberry just happens to be the one attracted to my chest. It's not the only thing, I can tell you that. Oops, sorry, my Freudian slip is showing, Willow. Anyway, but in the face, oh God, I'm starting to need a cigarette, Willow. Anyway, Cindy Kep says, for much amusement, check out Smashwords. Thank you, Cindy, CKOEPP.com. And Carl Wisman says, Christian, you need to start with a lickable Willow Schuyler wallpaper, peppermint and raspberry flavors. Hey, that's true. And great fun for all. That's me on Amazon. And also, while you're there, get the work of Cindy Kep. Remember, if you don't have Amazon Prime, you can get free shipping if you order over a certain amount of books. So get one of mine and get one of Cindy's. You saw the catalog she had earlier. Check her out. All right. And now with more manatee, Mr. Nicholas Anthony Tockert. I saw the stuffed manatee you sent him. That was so beautiful. He was so happy. Christian Basil, Willow Skylar, lickable wallpaper tastes like maple syrup, strawberries, and unicorns. Yes. And Carl asks Willow Skylar, do you think my poster would sell more than the famous Farrah Fawcett one? I'm already reserving a place over my bed for that thing. You know what I'm saying, Willow? Anyway, Joe Dog McKeel says, I never really grew up. I just learned how to behave in public. What's it like? You can't take me anywhere. And Ava approved Elven Ranger Art Empowered at Cindy Kep. Please check out her amazing work on Amazon, whether it's science fiction, fantasy, or gamelit. You will love it. And Philly Phil Comics, Philly Phil Art. What do you think? I think they both work. What sings to you, Philip? What is easier for you to come up with on a moment's notice? Carl Wisman says, it could will, you never know until you try. I agree. Brian Rodman, my friend Jesse and I actually performed Who's on First in our community off and on for about a decade. I absolutely love that bit. I do too. It is so awesome. It is, and it's almost the simplicity of it and how you can twist that around and just keep it going until you almost don't want it to end is so enchanting. My second favorite is the complaint the complaint service from Monty Python. If the ending were better, it'd be my number one. It's like, I came in here to register a complaint. No, you didn't. Yes, I did. No, you didn't. I love that routine. But the ending needs to be stronger for me. My third one is Dave's Not Here by Cheech and Chong. That's another one. And Scott Cracker says, Christian, an address, I'd buy that for $1. There you go, Christian. I've opened up a new avenue. Check out Christian Basil's OnlyFans account. Christian will be posting it soon. And to Ninja Ganko, good morning to you, my friend. Hope your morning is going well. Thank you for joining us on YouTube. I hope the weekend treats you marvelously. Abbott and Costello, 13 times 7 equals 28 is another fantastic routine, says Joe Dog McKeel. Oh, that's right. But you need the visual to make it work. Yeah, you do. I'd forgotten about that. That is great. Those two were so brilliant. Carl Wisman said, I'd give $2 if you'd send that photo to Skunk and not me. I'll give you $3 if you cut me in on it. And John B. Pica, I did it too on a vaudeville review a few years ago. Yeah, isn't it a brilliant routine? And again, it is so simple, but framework is just so versatile. It's wonderful. And Cindy Kep says, we have many fun friends with much merch available. The Legend of the Traveling TARDIS, Brian K. Morris, and she forgets who else. You should have some. Also, please, Cindy Kep has a brand. I know she'll mention it, but she has a Patreon page. Please support her. Also, Amy Hale has a Patreon page too. And if you're talking about merch, the links are below if you're watching on YouTube, and they are above if you're watching on Facebook. But you can get Rising Tide mugs in 4 beautiful colors, as well as breathing masks. And yes, the breathing mask is right here. And it works. I am COVID free. And anyway, also phone cases and t-shirts and all kinds of great stuff on there. We're really proud of our merch, and we hope you will be proud to take it in. So please check it out. The links, like I said, are above on Facebook, below on YouTube. Thank you, Cindy. And John B. Pica, who were you in the bit? I was Costello. Cindy Kep continues tonight. The Historical Fencing Guild tonight at 7 p.m. Central, 8 p.m. Eastern. Much fun and cool swordliness. That is awesome. Yeah, and check out Nick Talker tonight. He is an amazing broadcaster. I love watching him. And I was also Costello, says John B. Pica. OMG, Gina Carano, lickable wallpaper. I am in. Yeah, I feel some redecorating going on in our household. I wanted to taste like blue milk, and that's when Christian died. There's your screenshot for you, kids. Get it now. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All right, there we go. Anyway, and going back, and there we go. And the Skunkrocker says, oh, cool, I don't have to spend any money if you're buying. And lickable. Oh, we knew what you meant, John. We knew what you meant. And Cindy Kep says, the Legend of the Traveling TARDIS has been doing all kinds of fun shows lately. Check them all out. I say, Christian puts out a great broadcast every Tuesday evening at 6 p.m. 5 p.m. Central, and it's been a lot of fun. And you had that question about what crossover, and I about got mine formulated. I haven't got all the permutations, and I don't know which doctor it would. I have a feeling I know which doctor it would be. But anyway, please check out the Legend of Traveling TARDIS, and please sign up for their page on Facebook. There's over 50,000 subscribers on there. Isn't that awesome? And if you want to know what awesome's about, we're running all kinds of stuff this morning. Check it out.
This is the Legend of the Traveling TARDIS. Follow us on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. Subscribe to us wherever you listen to your favorite podcast. Also catch us on the HWWS Web TV YouTube channel. Subscribe today and become part of the legend.
Check out the Legend of the Traveling TARDIS with Christian Basil and Melanie, and a great cast of commentators on there. A fun show, informative. If you love Who, then that's the place you need to be every Tuesday night at 6 p.m. on the Hanging with Web Show Network and on Wizard World. Check it out. For over 50,000 subscribers. Sign up today and become part of the legend. And Molly Daniels, good morning, darling. Mwah! Good morning. Drag the granddaughter to the computer only to discover no online school. Hashtag grandma fail. No, you tell her, you know what? You've done so well this week. I'm giving you Fridays off. Hashtag I'd make a good grandpa. And Joe Dog, that sounds familiar. I'll have to look that up. Cindy Kep says Patreon is a great place to connect with your favorite artistic sorts. Frozen Creek Studios, the League of Impossibles, the Historical Fencing Guild, Brian Rodman, Bobby Nash, Brian K. Morris, and lots of other cool folks. I need to get a list going. Yeah, me too. Yes, check out Cindy's. I haven't had time I haven't given myself time this week to really check out Cindy like she deserves. But no, she's got some great levels on her own page. Please check it out, and some great work. I actually have read some of it. And she's an incredible wordsmith. So please check out Cindy Kep. Check out all these people. Amy Hale also has a Patreon page. I need to get a list going too, Cindy. I need to make a sponsor. Like we endorse these people list. My favorite riff, says John B. Pike, on Who's on First was Slappy Squirrel at Woodstock from the Animaniacs. OMG, that's right. I also remember a decent one that they used to play on Dr. Demento frequently. And it was two guys, and it was a musical based one. Like, guess who's like the Who's on first, guess who's on second, and I don't remember who was on third. And it finally, after the usual shenanigans, it was funny, but they finally said, well, who's pitching, and it's like, well, I don't know, because if I knew, I wouldn't have to rip off this old bit. But anyway, Brian Rodman says, oh, my favorite Monty Python business, the Lumberjack song. I just can't get enough of that. I hear you. That is brilliant. Monty Python did a lot of brilliant things. Speaking of brilliant things, there's Nicholas Tockard. Hello all, pardon my late arrival. I really just wanted to thank Cindy Kep's amazing craft skills. She sent me the most adorable crocheted manatee. It came out to visit the folks at Stupid O'Clock last night, hence my late arrival. I saw that, Nick. That was fantastic. That was a work of art, Cindy. Well done. And don't forget to tip your host. Thank you. Don't forget to tip me. In fact, you might as well subscribe at patreon.com/Brian K. Morris. All one word, all lowercase. Thank you, Cindy. And let's see. Here we go. There we go. And there's a Monpa Kettle with math also blanking on the particulars, says Molly Daniels. Oh, my God. Yeah, I don't remember who did that either, but that was good. And hashtag bring Cookie home. Thank you, Cindy Kep. And we got a hashtag bring Cindy home too. And got my Rising Tide mug, and I can't wait to bless it with my Kofefe, says Brian Rodman. Drink it in good health, young man. I hope you find that it makes everything taste better. It makes things taste like Gina Carano. Anyway, the Skunk Rocker says, my sister, if you recall, it's her birthday. I remember that. And I did Who's on First for the elementary school talent show and got a standing ovation. Very good, Skunk. And the next year, we tried to follow that up with Monty Python's The Argument, and I didn't know that my elementary school was filled with crickets. Oh, yeah, that is kind of sophisticated. I can see where elementary school might not catch it, but Who's on first? It's an all ages thing. That's funny, Skunk. And Cindy Gap says, oh dear, I'm out of break. I'll catch up with you all later. In the meantime, catch some Back of the Cereal Box, Dastardly Dingoes, TED Talks, and Nerd Culture. Thank you, Cindy Kip. A promotion and question asking machine. Cindy, have a fantastic weekend, hun. We love you. Be good to yourself, and we adore the very water you walk on. Anyway, I want to thank NMFM for allowing this. Nevermind the Furthermore. Well, thank you, Joe Dog McKeel. While it may never live up to the legend of the Traveling TARDIS, Stupid O'Clock will be live again on Facebook and YouTube Saturday night at 11 p.m. Eastern, a part of the Rising Tide Broadcast Network, and the page for that will be opening soon. I'm going to hopefully put the finishing touches on it today or tomorrow. But Joe Dog's a part of that, so is Ted Davies Artistry, we're proud to say. And anyway, thank you, Amy Hale. Appreciate it. I just got the message. I love you. Anyway, please check out Patreon. It's a great way to support the people who, those are your super users, and everybody needs some super users, and I love them all dearly. I do. But anyway, thank you, Joe Dog McKeel. Thank you for that. I am proud to allow you to discuss it because I love Stupid O'Clock, and I'll be there tomorrow night. And Shatter, by the way, hi, can I talk to you? Well, why not? As long as you're civil and you don't say nothing incredibly stupid. Leave the stupid stuff for us. But anyway, we're glad you're here. Hope you're having a great day so far. And John B. Pica says, okay, who signed me up for Match.com? Funny joke, but now I'm getting annoyed. Why don't they sign me up? Anyway, I like to look at the pictures at patreon.com/impossibilist for John B. Pica. And I'm so in love with Cindy Kep. Find out why at CKOEPP.com. She has got a legion of admirers here, John B. Pica. You are not alone. I adore that lady. And I've met her. I know her in person. I met her in person the first time. In West Des Moines about 2 years ago, and she is a delight. She really is. She is just as awesome in person as she is on here. Okay, Shatter, by the way, says Carl Witzman, we're talking about writing and comics and books, definitely. And speaking of my Python, the Dead Parrot sketch. Yes, I just watched it like yesterday. Somebody, they were commenting on the events of the midweek, and they said you need a little relief from it, and so they tacked on the Dead Parrot sketch. Brilliant comedy, seriously. And I love Slappy. She's the best, like an animated Squirrel B. Arthur, says the Skunk Rocker, rather. I do too. I love Animaniacs. It is such a fun show. And Nick Tucker, the hardest thing about being married to an author is waiting for their next sequel in real time. But Amanda Tucker's Council Bluffs can't come soon enough. Check her out, Amanda Tucker, on Amazon. And while you're there, pick up the Simple Sword and the Big Stompy Robots game module on Amazon. Help support the Tucker family. Crazy talented, that husband and wife. And don't just tip me, Cam. Give him the whole thing. Nick Tucker. That's right. Just slide it on in. Oh, let's talk about lickable Gina Carano. I'll be in my bunk. Yeah. Ignore the sounds you hear coming from that room or anything else. And hashtag catfisting. Thank you, Christian Basil. And the Skunk Rocker says it's 11:30 and Brian's almost caught up. You're not trying, friends. Oh, you're trying. Believe me. I'm just talking faster. Anyway, hashtag feed Cookie early. Now that could happen. That could very well happen. And 13 people watching, 11 likes. The Dark Mistress is sharpening her pointy stick, says Christian Basil. Yes, please. And that's a good reminder. Thank you, Christian. If you're watching us on Facebook, please like the video if you've enjoyed it at all, and please share it with your friends so they can see all the cool people that you share shenanigans with. And also, please like the page if you're watching on the Rising Tide Publications page. Also, if you're watching on YouTube, again, please like and share and subscribe. Please subscribe. We've got all kinds of great programming coming up that we're trying to set up right now, and you'll enjoy it. Anyway, and also we've got a broadcast network now, and we're going to be pushing our shows, or our friends too, like we always do. Amy Hale says lots of benefits for joining her on Patreon. Author Amy Hale. I am a patron of Amy Hale, and thank you, Amy, for supporting me. I love you. You're awesome. Anyway, check her out. She is, Havenwood Falls stuff and her own books, and she's got a new thriller coming out. I can't wait for that to fall into my hands. I cannot wait to caress it if you know what I mean. And Brian Robbins says, folks, I think Adorning the Dark by Andrew Peterson is something every creator should read. It's about being a light in the darkness by being creators and making art to bring hope to others. It's one of the most inspiring things I've ever read. That is a great message, Brian. Seriously, and that's the sort of thing I do try to put in my own work. That you know, evil and darkness may win a battle, but they never win the war. So and I'm definitely the long game kind of guy. Anyway, Brian, thank you for sharing that. Check out that work by Andrew Peterson, who's a great guy, great creator. And Nick Tucker says, I'm arranging my annual art and project bucket list for 2021. My art site is going to be absolutely hopping at www.deviantart.com/Nick T. Please check it out. That will be so good. And Brian Robin, I'm excited for this to come out too. Be on the lookout for my new miniseries, The Nebulizer, about a chronic asthmatic and his feisty AI-controlled nebulizer suit as they fight through a post-apocalyptic world filled with allergen mutants. It's Bubble Boy meets Mad Max, coming this spring to Kickstarter. We're going to get you going on that, Brian. And Brian, when you get closer to getting that schedule, let's talk. I think you deserve a special episode of Clever Title Pending to promote that. Carl Westman, the Dark Pope, calls for the Pope Mobile to go to lunch. Bless you all. Thank you, Dark Pope. And we'll see you tonight in the green room on Uncle Carl's secret humor page. And if you are not a member of that, 1, you better have a good sense of humor. 2, you better not be offendable. If you are, you're doomed. And also, you're out of there. Carl runs that place like a Nicaraguan prison, and we're all grateful for it. Anyway, check out Green Room Ted and the Dark Pope tonight, and the various minions of the Green Room tonight on Uncle Carl's Secret Humor page. Love you, Carl. Thank you for being here. Christian Basil says, this coming Tuesday, 6 p.m. Eastern, Legend of the Traveling TARDIS Live, the Doctor Who Starter Kit. Wanting to start off the new year getting your friends to watch the Doctor. We create a starter kit. I would... are you doing that for New Who? I'd love to see you do it for every Doctor. And Christian's going, shut up, Brian. Anyway, Val Salvaggio. Val, how you doing, guy? Good to see you. Remillion says hello. She's teaching this morning with sends her love. Well, I'm sending enough love, not only for her, but you to take some as well, Val. Hey, hope you're having a great day, both of you, and I hope you both have a fantastic week. And check out Remillion. She's also on Patreon too, and she does a lot of great broadcasting on Facebook and Twitch. Molly Daniels, my positive for the week, Rusty Bridge, my story in Bridges anthology, has been getting rave reviews. Yes, and you're getting interviewed. That is it. Work it, Molly. Work it. And let us know if you're going to be in town tomorrow night. Hoo Hot sounds good. Hoo Hot is a Mongolian buffet on the east side of town that Cookie and I just absolutely, totally, adorably love. And oops, interviewed an old Bridge. Very quirky. Oh, I thought you got interviewed. It was probably a one-sided conversation, but no, that sounds good. I'm glad to check that out. And Skunk Rocker, Hopping Nick, are you going to be drawing more rabbits? Well played, Skunk Rocker. Well played. And the back of the cereal box on YouTube says, our Christmas Loot episode just topped 2,000 views. Excellent. We love that people are watching in reruns, but would love it to have more live viewers. Wink, wink. Well, John will be doing the next episode completely nude, so tune in. Willow Skylers, I'm trying to help, John. I will try to stop by the green room after work tonight. Willow, your presence is gratefully requested. You are a light, darling. You really are. And have a great day, everyone. And thank you, Brian, for all you do. Ted Davies, brother, thank you for the coffee. Thank you for the TED Talks. Thank you for your wisdom and your love. Brother, we'll see you tonight. And hope you have a great rest of your day, my brother. And great, Willow, says Carl Witzman. And inexplicably, we have caught up with the comments. So Cookie may get fed lunch early today. She is busy, and she's like, yeah, about time you fed me early. And of course, Trevor, your friend, Trevor Hawkins, comes up with a new question. Molly, did you cross-examine the Bridge or just cross it? Well played, Trevor. Well played. And buffet. Who goes to a buffet during a pandemic? Brian says the Eric Hawkins. Now, Eric, I got to tell you, our local Golden Corral has a great system. And I'll also point out Hoo Hot. Now, I haven't been to Hoo Hot in a couple months. They may have changed back, but Golden Corral has the buffet. I don't think they have quite as many offerings as they did before, which is fine. Which means the stuff circulates a lot faster. But But the first thing they do is they make you sanitize when you get in there. You have to put sanitizer on your hands, rub it in, and then you cannot go through the line. And they have people enforcing this, seriously enforcing it. You don't get a plate unless you put on at least one glove. And you can hold the plate. You have to take the plate with your gloved hand, and you can leave the other hand ungloved. Not everyone does, I'm glad to say. But you hold the plate in one hand, and you ladle with the other. And you don't touch the food itself. You use a ladle or you use tongs, period. So it is pretty safe. It is, Eric, it is pretty well policed there. Now, Who Hot has taken all their ingredients and they hand you like a little menu, and you check off what you want, and if you want more, you put a number by it, and even down to the sauces that you add to what they cook, and they bring it to your table and back. So it's a good experience. Haven't checked out any other buffets. Most of the ones that were buffets are not offering the buffet option any longer. And Molly Daniels laughs and says there was definitely some cross-examination in there, which Trevor Hawkins appreciates. And Eric Hawkins, I do. Bullets are proof, or excuse me, buffets are proof that Jesus loves us, as Christian Basil. It's true, especially the safe ones. Now, I have heard of some places that are running buffets that, actually, there's one place in town that had a buffet, and we are not going to go there. And we went there before the coronavirus. It was scary. It really was. We crossed that place off our list immediately. And if I see a place that's unsafe, I'm just going to turn around and walk out, because there are plenty of places that are honoring the COVID safety protocols. Most of the restaurants here in Lafayette are doing that. So Kofefe to all of them, and may the others burn in hell. Anyway, let's see. Here we go. Teresa Dunn says, I have an interview today. I could use some good luck. Teresa, you got it, girl. You got it. You got it nailed, okay? And considering that I drive a van for a living, I prefer the drive-through skunk rocker. That gives you more room to throw empty bags over your shoulder. And Teresa Dunn says, Christian Basil, break a leg, love. I agree. Only figuratively, not literally, though. And Brian Robbins says, quick question before the show wraps up. I've been wanting to finally get Memoirs of an Angel reviewed. I know nothing about this process. Any advice? You might be able to find some people that have blogs. Look for comic review blogs in Google. And like I say, let's do a show when you get that Kickstarter launched, okay? And we will definitely talk about it. We'll talk about it, okay? And contact me in PM. Let's trade some ideas. What do you say, brother? The Eric Hawkins goes, holy crap. Brian read my comments in less than 5 minutes of me posting it. Hell has officially frozen over. That's right. Thank you for easing up on your comments in the last minute, people. We could get this down to 90 minutes yet. And thank you, Christian, says Teresa Dunn. Or it would not be 90 minutes now, but wouldn't it be fun to have this a 90-minute show again? Anyway, both our Chinese buffets and Ponderosa are back to regular self-service. Thank God, says Molly Daniels. I'm such a picky eater, and trying to explain to someone why I only want certain items and portion size is a test of patience. See, I had it. My patience was good. And prayers, Teresa, from Trevor Hawkins. And Christian Basil says, I don't like the family style buffets. Chrissy and I went to Disney, and that was awesome. And the Lake City Golden Corral was the cleanest restaurant that I had ever seen. Actually, I give Golden Corral, I've eaten in many of them in my travels through the Midwest and the Northeast. They have been uniformly clean and well maintained. The old Ryan's buffet turned us off the first time. They weren't bussing the tables. They were just stacking the dirty plates on one of the tables in the area. And it was the worst coffee I've ever had, to be honest with you. But no, Golden Corral does a good job. And it's always clean. The food is exceptional. And there aren't many places. In Ponderosa have the best steaks. Plus, they do a chopped steak slider at Golden Buffet that it is a protein explosion in your stomach. It is great. And Trevor is thanked by Teresa. And is Joe Dog cloning Gina Carano yet? Tune in tomorrow to stupid o'clock at 11 p.m., 10 p.m. Central Time and find out. All right, and Val Salvaggio says the Golden Corral here, closest to us in this area, Kentucky, keeps up with things pretty well also. Now, see, the Eric Hawkins, if you just eat at the right buffets, you can maintain your health. Although, if you feel unsafe, listen to your inner Spider-Man. And Golden Corral has the best dinner rolls. Oh my God, do they ever? Those are sweet and fluffy, just like me. And I love them too. You know, we could go to Golden Corral if you're in town tomorrow night too. You know. Anyway, we are caught up with your comments, and I think we will feed Cookie early this morning if you don't mind. So anyway, please check out all the people that have allowed us to use their videos on this show. Please thank them. Please go to ckoepp.com and check out her amazing library of great books. And also, please sign up for her monthly newsletter. You will not be upset at all. And also check out Scrubhouse TV on YouTube. It's a great place to get all kinds of cool hard rock and entertainment. And also, please check out the Clever Title Pending from last Tuesday night. We had Joe Dog McKeel on there, and he was awesome. And he is wonderful and lovely, but not as lovely as Kara Nicole, who will be on Clever Title Pending this coming Tuesday, who's going to be talking about her brand new book, Fire Bitch. Brand new comic, second issue is coming out. And she is well funded in that one, but she's an incredible businesswoman, got a great story. Can't wait to talk to her. And I love her. I know her in real life. So it's, yes, I'm stocking the place with my friends. Bite me. Anyway, because I have fascinating friends. Anyway, Molly Daniel says, now I'm hungry. I am too now. I'm thinking about those dinner rolls. My mouth is watering. I might start drooling at any moment. And no, Nick, shifting eyes and looking nervously is not yet, but I think he's got something to do this afternoon. Brian Ramos, thanks, Brian. I'll PM you. Looking forward to our Clever Title Pending episode in March. Thank you for such a great end to the week, my friend. That's right, you are on in March. In fact, mark your calendars now. We do have a couple dates already booked for later in the year, and March 9th will be Brian Rodman. Now, I may wait and bring this up on Monday, but I have a question. The week before, 1 week before, March 2nd, will be my birthday. And I was thinking, would you be interested in me being the guest and having a guest interrogator come in and try to do what I do? It's like, this could be dangerous. Yeah, if you're not living on the edge, you're taking up too much room. But anyway, just a thought. Please let me know in PM, or we can discuss it Monday if one of you remembers. Christian Basil says it's 2021 when we're saying Golden Corral is the best. Yeah, we are doomed. These are truly the end days. And Albert's laughing at you, Brian. Well, Teresa Dunn, you tell Albert I'm going to laugh right back. Ha, ha, ha. So there. I mock Albert with my laughter. Actually, Albert, I love you, man. You're awesome. You really are. And Nick Tockard says, hashtag feed Cookie early. Yes, sir. And Val Salvaggio says, Rebellion says their fried chicken is some of the best too. Oh, you got that right. That is seriously good stuff. And they've got some, I don't think I've ever had anything there I've really disliked. And they have a carrot salad that is just, oh my God, that is so good. It is, I really do. And it's kind of funny. I think if any part of the meal, I love their salads. I love their entrees. And I guess to the point where I'm so full, I don't want dessert so much. Anyway, Eric Hawkins says, I've seen the people in a Golden Corral. I don't feel safe there when there isn't a pandemic. It's like going to CC's Pizza. You don't go for the food. You go to feel better about yourself. I can see that. I love CC's Pizza, though. The closest one's 90 minutes away, though, if it's still open at this point. But and it's funny because there was one in Danville, Illinois, and I blinked and it went out. Then we found one when we moved over to Indiana. I found one in Indianapolis. It's an hour away, and we're like, yes, let's go there to eat because I really do like their pizza. In fact, last time I was in Des Moines, I made sure that I stopped and got some CC's Pizza. That was good. But anyway, the one in Indy was closed. So anyway, it's that may be a chain that may be on the ropes. Anyway, OMG, I love CC's Pizza, announces Molly Daniels. Whoever got the idea to put Bavarian cream on pizza? Oh my God, is that the best or what? Skunk Rocker says, well, if you're going to end the show early, I'll just go ahead and say it. Don't die, feed Cookie. Love you all, Skunk. Mwah. To you, brother. Looking forward to seeing you tomorrow night on Stupid O'Clock at 11 p.m., 10 p.m. Central Time on the Rising Tide Network. And Will Schuyler, I feel if Joe Dog, Brian, Christian, and Carl get together, they might end up creating their own ideal woman, a la Weird Science. We put the weird in Weird Science, Willow, and be funny if it came out looking like you. Anyway, Christian Basil, Kelly LeBrock clickable wallpaper. I don't know. It's what's his name that was married to her, the alleged kung fu star. You know, he's touched her. I don't know. Yes, get Cindy Cap to interrogate you live. That might be fun. And Carl Westman, I already have an ideal woman, but I'd help those guys. I have an ideal woman too. Just don't let Cookie find out. Anyway, Gospel Illusionist Jake is back. So have a blessed day, my friend. I love you, honey.
Love you.
I'm teasing.
I know.
You're the perfect woman for me. You are. Who else would put up with my crap? And you haven't killed me yet. Anyway, have a blessed day, my friend, says Gospel Illusionist Jake. I should have chosen my words better when I was talking about the haters I deal with all the time. Well, just remember here, you don't have haters, all right? You have people that are just going to help you down the path a little more easily, all right? Eric Hawkins Christian, you might as well get a Gwyneth Paltrow candle. And I have this vision of him lighting up in a very inappropriate place. But anyway, and I don't mean inside a church. But anyway, that was a horrifying image in my mind. Thank you for that, the Eric Hawkins. And Amy Hale says, have a wonderful day and weekend, everyone. Amy, you and the family have a sensational weekend. So good to have you here. And thank you again, Amy. I love you. I really do. And we love you guys too. Anyway, we are going to call it off here. Thank you to everyone who participated in the conversation today. Thank you to everyone who just tuned in and loitered. Thank you to everyone who gave us a reaction. And this is only going to be a partial list because StreamYard doesn't list them all. But aside from the people who we have mentioned, Roberto Gonzalez, thank you. Howie Odell, brother, thank you. And thank you for the likes and for the love. Thank you, Tyrone Tony Reed Jr. Tyrone Tony Reed Jr. Check out the Soul Led series. It is awesome. And also, Nita Lanning. Nita, mwah, love you, darling. And Terry McIver, is always glad to see you here. And thank you to everyone who liked and loved this. And if you're watching on YouTube, please give this a thumbs up if you enjoyed any part of it. And Joe Dog McKeel, since you are caught up, have fun. You too, Joe Dog. We'll be talking soon, I promise. And later all, Carly, my favorite redhead. How you doing? Anyway, glad to see you here, and we'll look forward to seeing you tonight in the green room. And good night, everybody, says Joe Dog and Nick Tucker. Thank you for all your cards and letters. All right. This is like the old Dave Letterman thing. Letters. We get letters. We get tons and tons of letters. Read us a letter, Uncle Dave. Anyway, so anyway, we're going to sign off for now. Thank you to everyone who's on the show. CKOEPP.com for a great newsletter. Please sign up for that. And also sign up for our newsletter too. Go to risingtide.pub and you can sign up there. It's absolutely free, and most of the time, I'm not even trying to sell you anything. How's that? But anyway, please sign up for that newsletter. We do appreciate each and every one of you. Also, we have a Patreon page. The links are above us on Facebook, below us on YouTube. Please check out what we do. And for $1 a month, you get mentioned in all the stuff we do, such as right now. Thank you to our Patreon subscribers. We do sincerely appreciate it. It's a monthly subscription service where for just $1 a month, you can get mentioned like these people are in all my broadcasts and publications. $5 a month will get you sneak peek looks at my first draft flash novel, currently in progress. And also $10 a month, you're going to start seeing some downloadable PDFs of my books. So please check out my Patreon page. I would sincerely appreciate it. It's a great attaboy for creatives. And check out other people who have been on this show who also have them. And good morning, Bobby Nash. Bobby Nash, always a pleasure, my friend. Check out abrahamsnow.com. Check out bobbynash.com for some great publications. Bobby, it's always a pleasure to have you here. Unfortunately, I've got to go feed the missus. So anyway, with my duties in front of me, again, folks, one and all, thank you so much for being here and participating in the conversation. If you're watching us on the rerun, we sincerely appreciate you also. Also, Plasma Fire Graphics, thank you for sponsoring this episode. Plasma Fire Graphics, when the look of your book matters to you. And they're also the cover artists on the Snow series, so check that out. A lot, and Bobby's going to be releasing some short snow books this year with some great talent like Charles F. Millhouse. I also saw who was it? John Hartness. Met him a couple times. He's a howl. I love that guy, and also myself. It's going to be a great summer of snow, so please check out the work of Bobby Nash. You will love it. Good morning to you, Bobby, and hope you and your dad have a great weekend, my friend. Anyway, if you're watching us on Facebook on the Rising Tide Publications page, thank you so much. Please, if you've liked any part of this video, please like the video and also like the page and follow. Please follow us because we've got new content on there constantly. So there's always something to see and read on the Rising Tide Publications page. If you're watching us on YouTube, again, thank you so very much. And again, if you've enjoyed any part of this video, please give that a thumbs up. Smash that thumbs up, as Julie the Book Broad would say, from Book Launchers. And we're going to give her a shout out real fast. Book Launchers. All right. And they have a soft journal there. I love it. Anyway, thank you for liking this show. And again, please like, share, and subscribe. And ring that bell, tingle it a little so you get notified of any of our ongoing appearances here on the air. But anyway, Nevermind the Furthermore is brought to you by Plasma Fire Graphics and powered by GeekInsider.com. Please check them out. Also, WildOneForever.com. Thank you to Meredith Walkwood for all you do for this channel. We do appreciate you, hon. And what else do I need to tell you about? I think that's it. So anyway, we're going to take our leave of you. And despite the insanity that this week has brought, just know that we're going to get through it. Bless you, honey. We're going to get through it. We're going to get through it together. We just got to remind each other that we've got a light inside us, that we need to shine for others. And when all of us shine the light, the darkness cannot stand. You know, Golden Age Green Lantern will tell you that. So please let your light shine. Create something this weekend. Get it out of your system and share it with the world and make this world a more artistic and a much better place. We're going to get through this, people. I promise you. We're going to see 2022 and we're going to come out on top. This is the year of leveling up. All right, I'm making that my vow right now, and I'm going to level up and bring as many people as I can with me. So hang on to the rising tide. We're all going surfing, and chat with you folks later. Willow Scholar, mwah. Have a great day at work. Hope to see you tonight in the green room, sweetheart. Anyway, I hope to see you soon. Hope to see you on Monday morning at 10 a.m., 9 a.m. Eastern on Nevermind the Furthermore. And we'll start a brand new week, and it's one more chance to get it right. So anyway, one and all, have a fantastic weekend. Create something really special, will you? And make this world a better place. All right. And as always, you make it a better place by just being you and having the great hearts that you do. So as always, this is your host, Brian K. Morris, telling you to please stay smart, stay safe, wash your hands, and never apologize for being awesome. We will see you Monday morning at 10 a.m. on Nevermind the Furthermore. Have a fantastic weekend, everyone. Take care.
Southwest of Chicago, there is a small, secluded cemetery known as Bachelor's Grove, and it is one of the most haunted places in the United States. Author Brian K. Morris brings you a collection of writings that will help you navigate this ghostly graveyard, if you dare. The Haunting Scripts of Bachelor's Grove is available now on Amazon.com. Get your copy today.
Thank you for tuning in to Nevermind the Furthermore, a Rising Tide Publications and Brian K. Morris production. Member of the Comic Book Advocating Network and sponsored by GeekInsider.com. Become part of our show with sponsorship and advertising opportunities. For details, contact advertising at geekinsider.com or visit podcast.geekinsider.com. The Geek Insider podcast is available on your favorite app, so please hit the follow button and share it out to your friends, because if you don't, you might have to turn in your geek card.
Go thee to thy rest, O shades. Thou hast served well in life. Now take thy reward.
Now, every Sunday morning, longtime independent comics creator and Indie Volt podcaster Randy Zimmerman hosts a discussion on the lighter side of comics, the more whimsical and fun comics out there, on the Sunday Funnies. That's 9 a.m. Eastern Standard Time every Sunday on Indie Volt, indievolt.com, the Indie Volt YouTube channel, and the usual Indie Volt sites on Facebook. Listen in, won't you? Participate in the chat. Let's have some fun. See you there.
Stormgate Press presents a collection of 7 new short stories from today's leading authors and illustrators in the new pulp genre. Experience courageous two-fisted heroes and their intrepid and often dangerous exploits. From dark, watery depths to high-flying heights, these fantastic tales span the globe and take the reader on fast-paced adventures in classic pulp style. Take a seat as we pull back the curtain on Days Gone By with edge-of-your-seat storytelling in the vein of Golden Age era pulp fiction. This is Pulp Reality. Available now from Stormgate Press on Amazon.com.